1 year of Minecraft. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's also less. Let me explain. I've grown to absolutely love the 100 days format I've been doing for the Connected Fixiverse, and I want to expand on that. So instead of going 100 days all in one video, I'll be doing a 365-day series and split it into 12 30-day long periods. It's such a win-win. You're going to get much more and more frequent content, and I'm going to get to build and edit things together in this new format that I really love. I really hope you enjoy it. Looking into the future a bit, each year of this series will be a different theme. This one, year 1, will be building the Inquisitor city. Eventually, we'll get to the castle and the rest later, but let's start with establishing a theme and a palette for the actual civilians and the people who live in the Inquisitor stronghold. Much more on that later. How will the video format differ from my 100 days series of modded Minecraft and my single-player survival world, you may be asking? Look, you'll see in the video, the style of the video will be mostly like the 100 days with lore segments, some light role-playing, plenty of atmosphere, plenty of voice acting by my friends and fellow YouTubers. But the actual gameplay portions, that's just going to be me. It's my favorite part of the old school Let's Play format, just kind of hanging with a YouTuber on their journey to build an epic world. It'll be the gameplay segments I might talk about my family, stresses and joys, real life Minecraft building and stuff, or, whatever's on my mind. However, sprinkled throughout each video, lore segments where we're going to learn who the Inquisitors are, why are they doing what they're doing, what is their endgame, and much more about the general universe at large. Look, I imagine most of you here think you know how big this universe is already, but oh my, you have no idea. If you want to make sure you don't miss the next segment of this story, please make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you see the video the second or any live streams that go up. I am going to be able to live stream some recording of this, so you're going to get some previews if you catch those as well. Okay then, enough of all that. Let's get on with the show. Well, this has been a long time coming. My single player world reset. Well, soft reset. I ventured a little way away from the Season 1 Kingdom of Dawnvale. Hey, by the way, congratulations Brienne the Girl on naming our kingdom from all of 200 episodes of Season 1. We're going to be out here for a solid year. That's 365 Minecraft days before we regain access to the old world and my old tools and portals and mob farms and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a great challenge and probably about the right amount of time away. It'll be enough time where I don't have to rebuild absolutely everything because I know I'm going to regain access sometime, but other things like a mob farm and that kind of stuff I probably am going to need before the year is out. I started the day by, and this is going to shock everybody, punching a tree, making some tools, upgrading to stone tools, and gathering some cobblestone and some coal. Yeah, I'm really reinventing the wheel, everybody. After making a few pickaxes just to have spares, I actually started digging a mine immediately. The thing is, I haven't played with any of the 1.17 blocks at all, not even like one single time, and I'm really anxious to get my hands on some deep slate. I want to build out of it for one thing, and I just want to see it too. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm using a new RTX hybrid texture pack made by Inquisitors and Kelly's RTX. I can't really distribute it because they're not mine, but I can sort of tell you which textures I used. If you're so interested, just jump in my Discord. I realize I'm going to want a couple things. I'm going to want some food to take with me underground for the night. I am going to want some wool. If I can manage to get 3, it'd be great to have a bed. And I'm also going to want to get a bunch of wood so I can make more tools, pickaxes, chests, all that kind of stuff while I'm underground. The thing is, I've decided to play this in survival and not hardcore. I know. It's in vogue right now to do the 100 days of hardcore Minecraft, but for me as a storyteller and as someone who's trying to build a giant world, including world building of the actual buildings, but also world building as far as the lore and characters and storyline, I don't feel like hardcore really makes sense or really honestly makes that big of a difference to me. Yeah, it adds a little bit of fear factor, but I think if you just go with me on this, I think you'll enjoy it, and I don't believe that you'll really miss it that much. I actually found a cave and I got the whole way down to Deep Slate by the time day 2 rolled around. I'm not absolutely exactly precise on my days. I'm going to try to keep it very, very, very close, but I'm going to basically base it on sleeping. Only these first couple days I don't have a bed, so I'm going to guesstimate and hopefully you'll just go with me on it. It's a little bit confusing because Bedrock doesn't have the old F3 screen and, blah for that. But regardless, I'm checking out these Deep Slate. Oh man, the sound of it, the look of it, it's so cool. And the ores, with this Kelly's RTX, the new ores, oh my goodness, it's so good. I found some iron, that's going to be really nice. Get some iron tools, even maybe eventually some iron armor just to keep me from dying. That'd be super great. But let's talk about the building style a little bit while we're in here in the mines. We're building the Inquisitors, and they're a pretty dark shadow organization, so I think I want to stick with a combination of kind of deep slate, blackstone, basalt, copper, maybe the nether woods, both of them, both the warped and the crimson. I think it could be really, really cool. It's going to be an awesome main palette. We'll obviously be including wood and cobblestone and the usual stuff as well, but I really want to stick with some of the more non-traditional colors, I think, for this kingdom, and time will tell as we get into this whole year of Minecraft. We'll talk more about the main building architectural style once we actually start, building, I guess, but I'm in very excited mode for this. It's going to be totally new for me, and I surely hope you enjoy it. After mining through the night, I did take some damage from lava. That's mostly because I'm an idiot, but it's okay, I'm safe. I have to go kill some animals for meat. I need some sort of food. My main game plan for the first 30 days is establish a few houses for my temporary base. I'm talking like storage and a mining place and maybe an underground farm. I want to have huge, giant planting fields. We're going to talk more about that later, but the best way to do that is kind of have a seed farm, and the best way to do that, honestly, is probably underground. I'll explain why later. I worked most of the day on expanding my mines. Boy, oh boy, mining without diamond pickaxe? Yeah, it's a little more painful than I remember, I'll be honest. But look, that's the beauty of starting over, isn't it? That's right. That's right? Right? I'm kidding, mostly. I'm embracing the grind. I do enjoy the grind of Minecraft. I really like it. Look, the main plan of mine will be a 3x3 tunnel headed south. Now, the Inquisitor base is due east of Dawnvale, so the main tunnel is going to be going south. The branch mines will head east and west. West towards Dawnvale and east towards where the actual castle is going to be. Either way, these are chunks that I am going to explore. I will be resetting the chunks around my base for 118, so I want to be smart about where I'm mining and the kind of stuff that I'm getting into here. Alright, let's talk future plans just a little bit. This is a bird's eye view. I'm going to be doing a lot of this bird's eye view cinematic type of stuff. Don't worry, I'm playing this legit. I have backups that I switch over to creative mode and all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at what we have planned here. It's pretty obvious that Dawnvale is over there on the west. We are looking with north facing up on your map. And the new area that we're going to be working on right now is the Inquisitor City over to the east. In a future 30-day period of this year, I want to work on the Inquisitor's castle. That's going to be huge for the lore and very important, and also just huge in general. That's going to be over there in the far east. On day 4, I spent another entire night down in the mines again, and I'm starting to get a decent amount of copper. Now, I know, it takes 9 copper just to make 1 block. It's not going to fool me into thinking that I have more than I do, but you know what? I have a lot more than I thought I would, so that's a good thing. I am running shy on wood, so I had to chop down a whole bunch more at night. That was a little scary, but everything is just fine. Let's talk about the good and the bad. The good is, oh my goodness, can you look at the lapis? Holy cow, that is beautiful texture. I just love it. Love it so much. I got very excited when I first saw it, though. I'll be totally honest. I thought it was diamonds, but it's not. Had my first monster killing experience of this playthrough as well. Luckily, it went pretty smoothly. Here's the thing. I'm finding no diamonds. It's going to turn out to be a trend during these 30 days. But yeah, no luck with diamonds at all. Decent amount of copper, decent amount of gold even, and iron and stuff. But yeah, 0 diamonds. I really would like to focus on building a house very soon. To do that, though, I don't want to just cheese out and build a cobblestone house. I want to use my deep slate, and I want to get some blackstone. And to get blackstone, I need obsidian. And to get obsidian, I need diamonds. Well, look, I know I could use the bucket and lava trick, but let's just get some diamonds. I want to progress with my tools here. Sorry if I'm broken record. I need some frickin' diamonds. It took me a long time. It's several inventories worth of stuff, but I finally, on day 7, got my first diamond. Look, I've been playing Minecraft for a long time. This is the longest I have ever had to go just to find my first diamond. 7 days. Usually I find it on like day 1. It's really bad luck. Now, another thing I want to discuss is mining techniques are different in 1.17, apparently. Most of the videos I've seen, yeah, I'm looking at you, Prowl, going to say go caving for ores, not branch mine. But I want to branch mine because I actually need deep slate, I need tuff, I need cobblestone, and going caving isn't necessarily very efficient for that. So eventually I'll go probably a straight up quarry to get all those stones and stuff like that, but I don't need that yet. I need diamonds, all that stuff together at the same time. So branch mining makes a lot of sense right now. I'd be happy to get a lot of copper and iron as well. Gold too, sure, that'd be fine. But really, truly, you know what my priorities are. I feel like this is the most exciting Let's Play ever. You know, I go mining for 7 straight days looking for diamonds, and now I'm going to settle down and mine some obsidian for about 20 straight minutes. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'll be honest, I've been playing a lot of modded Minecraft here recently, and with all the mods that make this kind of stuff faster or even just purely automated, this is pretty painful. It's pretty painful. But if I'm going to be here for another 348 days, I need to buckle down and build a decent storage building. I know this isn't the final storage building for the entire Inquisitor future, but for right now, it's going to be one for, well, at least several months probably. I'm not going to do auto sorting or anything like that. I don't really have a lot of interest in it anyway. Just a big row of chests with signs. I'd be really happy for a big row of chests with signs. I might even change over for barrels later. I do really enjoy barrel storage and think it's a really nice, elegant solution to this storage issue. My general idea for storage is usually 3 sets or 3 rows of chests. One set for all the dirt and grass. I find that I do huge terraforming projects and I end up taking a lot more dirt and grass out of the world than I end up putting it back in, so I need a lot of double chests for that. I need one set for cobble and stone, but I guess I'm going to have to add deep slate to that as well. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of that. That stuff doesn't pile up as much because I end up using as much as I take out of the earth, but still, at times I need a lot of storage. The final set is for, well, you know, everything else. Ores, organic, wood, andesite, diorite, granite, tuff, etc. I usually don't have more than double chests of any of that, and if I do, I can always add in some extra storage for that kind of stuff later. And look, again, this isn't my final storage. This is just going to be storage for the first few months. I'm not hungry yet, but I am completely out of food, so I think I'm going to have to go hunting today. I can't believe we're on day 9, and I have literally no crops planted. I took out all the cows, sheep, chickens, and horse and pigs nearby. Horses, yeah, I need leather. I know, I need enchanting at some point, so sorry, everybody. I gotta kill the horses. It's fine, don't worry. They respawn. The great thing about Bedrock is passive mobs respawn incredibly quickly compared to Java. Do Java passive mobs like respawn ever? Yeah, I know it's been a bug forever, but yeah, Bedrock passive mobs are like, it's like Spawnapalooza. No problems there. Not too far back to the west is actually a zombie village or an abandoned village, whatever you call it. It's kind of in between me and Dawnport, and so I think it falls within Inquisitor territory, so I'm going to go ahead and take all of their food. But I'm replanting. I want these zombies to have a nice vegetable supply or something. Look, I'm eventually going to turn this into something, but that's probably way down the road, so I'll just replant because it's in my nature. I got a lot of beetroot and carrot from the village. Unfortunately, I got no potatoes. I was really hoping for potatoes. That's my favorite food to eat early game, but yeah, looks like I might be on a diet of carrots, but yeah, that's okay. It could be worse. I do have enough obsidian to build a portal to the nether and also an enchanting table when the time comes. Good things. My friends, I think it's time to go to the nether, shall we? Take one last look around. I do have flint and steel with me. I should be good. Hopefully, I get a good spawn. Well, crap. It's my old nether path from season 1. I was a little afraid this might happen, but I'm like 500 blocks away. Unfortunately, the Bedrock engine sort of sometimes connects portals that shouldn't really be connected. So I did have to sort of skip out of the game and go and fix my portal situation. So we'll be back in just a second here. I spawned in a Soul Sand Valley once I got those portals sort of separated. That's fun. Skeletons almost ended me right there, but I did somehow manage to slowly walk across the Soul Sand and slay them very slowly. Soul Sand Valleys, they're tough to spawn when you have very limited gear and stuff. It's pretty scary. I dug down to Y5 to start my search for Blackstone and ancient debris, but I did start second guessing if this is the best depth to find Blackstone. So I did a bit of Googling, and I think Y8 would actually be the best. So I went up a little higher, and it's still below most of the lava in the nether, but where a lot of Blackstone is, and also I can get ancient debris as well, which is good. Eventually I'm going to want netherite tools. That'll be really nice. I spent the entirety of day 11 mining Blackstone, gathering quartz and gold for levels. I'm almost to level 30, and that's going to be great once I'm ready to enchant. The downside is my diamond pickaxe is almost shot, and I don't have enough diamonds to replace it. I think I'm going to have to go back to my underground overworld mines before I really get into building. Ah, darn it. Darn these diamonds. Looking ahead to the future, the far future, like year 2 of Minecraft, I won't be resetting all my stuff. This was a one-time thing I wanted to do so that when I get to year 2, year 3, year 4, there's always sort of a basis to go back to for people who like to watch really old videos, right? So this is a one-time reset, and then starting year 2, we're going to hit the ground running with access to sort of my full world and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll pick a theme, lore theme, and we'll develop that as we go. I started the day mining again, and actually was pretty lucky. I found 4 more diamonds, but, really, today I want to get to building. We're almost 2 weeks in, for Pete's sake. As soon as I return to the top, I have 2 ideas. First, I want to actually start laying blocks on my storage building, as well as the small mine entrance that I already started. And secondly, I really want to get my underground farm rolling as soon as possible. I want to have a good set of seeds and the ability to make more. By the way, I just noticed we have some slime chunks in this area. I'm going to finally have access to a slime farm. I think I actually know which chunks are slime chunks already, so that is really cool. I was starting to lay down the floor under my storage room, and I was attacked by a phantom. Apparently it's been a while since I slept. That's cool. After 12 days, I think I'm in a decent place. I did lay down the Blackstone, I'm going to do a little bit of a mini gradient going up the buildings here. It's going to be on such a small scale, I'm not sure I can pull it off, but we're going to try it anyway. I don't generally do test worlds in creative mode. That's not really my thing, so we'll just try in the world and see how it looks. Doesn't really look like much, does it? I feel like I've worked a lot just to get this, but look, I'm laying down groundwork for future years, like multiple years of stuff here. A decent little branch mine set up, a small storage building that should serve me well for quite a while, and, I guess a good source of food in passive mobs, though I really do need to rectify that soon. Would you look at those copper blocks? Oh, there's something really, really special. I spent some time today harvesting up some sand to make some glass, and finally, some real work on the storage house is actually done. The style I want to go with for this kingdom is something called Indo-Islamic architecture, mostly found in India with Islamic roots. I'm going to be using a palette that utilizes as many of the new blocks as I can. As I said, Blackstone, Deep Slate, all the sort of grays, but then with more colorful roofs, I think, like crimson, like warped, like copper. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Oh, I need that sugarcane. I need lots of sugarcane. I do want to focus on getting enchanting set up right away. What I really want, given the scarcity of diamonds, is I want Unbreaking 3 right away. Sure, Efficiency 4 would really make me happy. Oh my goodness, Minecraft, you'd make me so happy if it gave me that. But look, I want to save as many of my diamonds as I possibly can. That all being said, man, you don't get much done in a day, do you? 10-minute days are like 3 minutes whenever you're hurrying around to record one of these videos as fast as you can. Jeez. Wow. This little storage building is starting to really come along. I do like the gradient. I think it's going to be really, really fun, especially once I get in a bunch of windows and all that kind of stuff. I went with the yellow windows. I feel like it looks like torches are sort of on the inside. It's a really nice RTX look as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. I'm now that I'm seeing this live, honestly, I'm becoming more of a fan of it than I even was when it was just in my own head. Hey, it's farming day, day 14. Finish the week with a bang. Look, if you've seen this world before season 1, hey, there's a 200 episode playlist for y'all to binge. Y'all know that I love my huge, giant, sprawling, medieval fantasy style farms. Oh, it's great. I love it just going as many chunks as the game can render. However, getting seeds for farms like that sometimes is not quite so easy. I like to build my overground farms with some nice elevation changes, some really nice rolling hills and all that stuff. I generally don't water or hydrate the land either, so the dirt doesn't change color whenever you're sort of coming into render distance. So that leaves only one real true option for seeds. Yeah, that's going underground. This works great. I can hide the real farm underground. I'm going to make it 64 blocks long. That way, whenever I replant, it's a full stack. And whenever I go through, I can just fortune everything with my fortune hoe or fortune pickaxe or whatever, and I get back a huge return on seeds. This is going to be really, truly an amazing farm. I do have one of these farms in the world already, but as I said, I don't have access to that until after the first year of Minecraft. So, yeah, I got to rebuild it. That's okay. I'm going to rebuild it, but do it actually better. Once I actually get an enchanted pickaxe and I can actually move a lot faster, who knows, maybe even a beacon, I'll actually lower this and put in a whole bunch more levels. Like I'll have a whole level for sugarcane, a whole level for wheat, or maybe 3 or 4 levels for wheat, carrots, potatoes, the whole bit. That way, whenever I'm ready to plant a huge giant field, I come down here with a fortune hoe and I come out with many, many inventories worth of seeds. Really, truly, if you've never done it like this, just trust me, you gotta try it. I got one full row planted on each side of my slabbed-in water by the end of day 15. Waterlogged slabs are such a massive improvement to the game. It's so nice that your crops aren't going to fall into a block deep of water. Eventually, I'm going to make this area look really beautiful, but, well, sort of the theme of the month, I need infrastructure to do that, so that probably is going to involve a lot more digging. I'm guessing right now that sugarcane is going to be kind of my bottleneck. It looks like with the amount of horses and cows that are spawning in my area, that leather shouldn't be that big of a problem. So yeah, I just need the sugarcane to actually grow and, well, time to move it inside. All right, I mentioned that each video is going to contain some lore segments. This video is only going to have 1. Future ones are going to have 2 or even 3. But today's video is going to introduce you to our main storyteller, our main person who's going to give you an insight into the Inquisition. Yeah, you're gonna like this, okay? Hang on tight, here it comes.
Can you state for the record who you are?
Yes, for the record. That's really why we're here, isn't it? The record. The official record of the Council of Events.
It's to keep our history keeps.
Keeps our humanity. Yes, don't you think I know the oath? I've been fighting the Council since your parents were children.
Fighting the Council? The Inquisitors and Council have always been...
Yes, go on. Always been friends? Co-conspirators? Allies? Not hardly. We keep the Council around to help us bend history to what it needs to be.
I'm sorry, I'll hear you out. But this is beyond ridiculous. The Council is the most irreproachable organization in the world.
And who told you that?
Every child learns it in school.
Oh yes, from the textbooks that they themselves write.
We have nothing to do with writing the textbooks.
Oh right, it's we. Is it? You've been in the Council for all of a year now, is that right? What would an apprentice keeper know of any of that?
Well, if I'm such a no-one, why did you contact me and offer to tell your story? Why only you, me, in secret?
Yes, why indeed? The fact that you are only but an apprentice is exactly why I'm gambling that you have not been in the Council for long enough to be corrupted yet.
Corrupted by who?
By us, my dear boy. By the Inquisitors.
Normally, each episode will have 2 to 3 segments of lore. I think I talked about this earlier, but again, that's the only one for today. Though, I will tell you, it is going to be very important if you like the lore and the storyline to pay attention after the credits, okay? I'm going to be doing the Marvel after credits thing, so hang out with me, okay? After a fairly short mining trip this morning, coming up empty on diamonds, again, I spent some time in the farms. I'm actually getting a surplus of carrots, and man, that is a load off my mind to actually have a few stacks of just extra food. Yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about that. Continuing my theme of mining and digging, I decided that, I really am not going to accomplish all of the goals I had. Like, I may not have fully finished couple houses here, but at least what I would like to have is a fully functional underground seed farm so that next month, if I want to plant a bunch of fields, I have access to that. So I'm going to sort of decide to slow down my expectations just a little bit, scale back my expectations for this first month, and really just try to get this underground farm done initially. And then, whatever else we can do would be great. But I am going to work on the next couple days just digging out a lot of this area. Minecraft's a funny thing. it wasn't all that long ago that pruning chunks was a lot harder than it is now. If you're ever looking to prune chunks, by the way, amuletmc.com is a really, really great free resource. So it's kind of like the next level of World Editor, which is what I use to prune the chunks for 117 to get copper very close to my established base. But I have some ingrained Minecraft habits that are very hard to break. One of them, and the one that's facing me right now, is the fear of exploring. For a long time in Minecraft, if you didn't want to have to travel 1 billion blocks to get all the new stuff when each new update rolls out, you had to limit your exploring down. Now we can prune chunks, so it's not that big of a deal, but I have this habit of trying to not go very far so that I don't load chunks, even though I know that I'm going to prune them later, so it's not a big deal. I traveled out to that zombie village, and I gotta tell you, I was disappointed. I thought maybe there were a couple more crop fields I didn't see, and sure enough there were, but also sure enough they weren't potatoes. They were just carrots, and that's okay. Look, I'm happy to have carrots. It's great, but sadly, still no potatoes. On the way back home, I looped way up to the north, trying to find some more sugarcane, and stayed up a little bit past dark. I didn't necessarily have a close call. That's a little bit dramatic to say that. But yeah, there were some monsters. But hey, I found some sugarcane, so that's good. That's going to help sort of speed up the production of my sugarcane and paper and thus enchanting setup. Hooray. I don't understand what is happening. I know I talked about this earlier in the month, but I'm usually so lucky when it comes to diamond, and I am so unlucky in this world. Maybe it's just nerfed. Look, I've done a lot of research. I was asking people. I was on live streams asking me, like, where am I supposed to mine for diamonds? And a lot of people said, hey, diamond generation changed. It's no longer at Y11 or 12. Now it's down to Y5. But it very clearly states in the patch notes for 1.17.1, which we're on currently, that has been reverted to 116 levels. And I know that that's why 11 or 12. A lot of people say 12. I like 11, so if you fall in lava, you can actually just get right back out. My little area here is starting to look a little bit nicer. I added the copper to the roof, and yeah, it's cool. You know, there were two ways of doing this. I could either lay out all the copper and let it oxidize separately, which if you put 4 blocks between copper blocks, they'll actually oxidize very quickly. But I don't really want that. I don't mind if it takes a long time. I'm going to be here for a long, long time, certainly long enough for all to get fully oxidized. And then after it is, what I might do is I might walk around you with an axe and strip off like one shade of it, so that way it's not like perfectly green. But yeah, that's fine. Let's let it go the natural way and see how long it takes. Totally cool. I came to just a terrible conclusion today. I realized that as good as I thought things were going with the leather from random horses and random cows that spawn, it's not good. Maybe if I had a looting sword, which I don't, but yeah, it's not good. So, oh boy, I'm going to do the thing I did not want to do. I'm going to go out and I'm going to find some cows and I'm going to back them up the entire way back to a pen. This is my very least favorite part of early game Minecraft. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's throw in some really happy music and see if it makes this a lot more fun. It didn't make it more fun, but you know what makes Minecraft more fun? Finding diamonds. Early on day 21, I finally found a few more, which is fantastic, because if you notice, I'm dealing with an iron pick, and yeah, boo for going backwards in life, right? Once you get used to that diamond speed, ugh. But I found 6. That's 2 picks, so that means I can make one to use, and then I can have another one for when I eventually get my enchanting setup ready to go. This is terrific news! Well, there's about a week left, so I really need to get serious about stating what my goals are going to be for the rest of the month. Basically, it comes down to 2 things. I want to get an enchanting table up to level 30 enchants, and I want to get this farm not only dug out, but I want to get it looking kind of decent. I went ahead and I added a oak log going across the top and some birch slabs, and I think I'm just going to continue the birch slabs out. I will eventually add nice lighting. I think I'm probably going to end up using jack-o'-lanterns down here. They're cheap and they look really nice. Because if you don't know, my texture pack has a better jack-o'-lantern texture than a stupid smiling pumpkin face. So, you know, that's good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to live stream the last 7 days, all before, and then I'm going to come out of the live stream. We'll see what happens when we get to day 30. A couple of things I'm really excited about with this series is I'm going to actually be able to record during live stream. Since I'm not role-playing the gameplay elements of that, the writing the script is a lot easier. During the 100 Days videos, whenever I'm role-playing the actual gameplay, I have to think things about character development and tone and all that kind of stuff. This is great. This is just you and me hanging out playing Minecraft, and then we'll do the lore segments sort of as their own thing sprinkled within the episode. I love this format. But here's the thing I'm asking for you for comments. You know, when I started this new series and really doing a new kind of format for me, I knew things would change as time go on, but I'm really looking forward to your feedback on this first episode. The good, the bad, and the ugly. What do you like? What do you not like? Let me have it. Give me some feedback. I'm looking for comments in a big way here. This year in Minecraft is going to be something that we can go through together as a group. I've always thought of you as my YouTube friends, not my subscribers, not fans, just friends. It's a group of friends hanging out, and I really want this to come through in this series. It's going to be a long-lasting series. It's going to be probably the mainstay of my channel for a really long time, and yeah, it'd be great to do it together. I spent all of day 24 down in the mines looking for more diamonds because my pickaxe is getting mighty low and I don't want to use my other pickaxe because that's going to be the one that's going to get enchanted. Luckily, I actually came up with 4 diamonds from a mining session and that's a big win. Hey, can y'all help me out real quick here? In the live stream that you're currently watching, we had a big debate between 5 and 11. I know it's something we talked about before, but I'm kind of re-listening to the commentary and reading the comments of the live stream. And yeah, I need some help. Where do we get diamonds in 117.1 for Bedrock Minecraft? Please help me in the comments. Is it 5 or is it 11? Please. Please. You're my only hope. Thinking of lighting a little bit on this underground farm, I actually need to expand it one more. So it's going to be 4 wide of dirt of actual plantable surfaces, but then also dirt on the other side. And the reason for that is I want to grow jack-o'-lanterns, and jack-o'-lanterns will actually only spawn on dirt. So I'm actually going to need 5 rows of dirt on either side of the slab waterlogged water block. That's okay. Not a big deal. Just a little bit more digging, and then we'll put a nice wall on the other side of that eventually. But for right now, I need a bunch of wood because I need a bunch more chests. I'm actually running out of some of my chest space already. It's a very exciting live stream. I spent the entirety of 2 more days just digging out the rest of these walls so I can get the rest of this dirt put in for the crops and the pumpkins. Yeah, super fun day. On day 29, I just did a few last-minute things before I did my enchanting, and that's breed all these cows, try not to look at the Enderman, and I want to answer the question comment of the day. That's right, it's coming back. It's coming back. I am not complaining. I am not complaining one single bit. I had a video that did very, very well. I think it's about 1.2 million views so far, and that's my 100 days hardcore mage. I did 200 days hardcore mage, and people seemed to really like that. Then I did 100 days of a different magic edition, but it's related. It's the same storyline generally. People seem to like that. I don't have a great ending for the 300 days mage, for the master mage character yet. I will. I want to. Eventually I will, but I don't right now. So unfortunately, the answer to all these comments, again, I'm not complaining. I love y'all for commenting and for loving this world as much as I do, but I don't have an answer for the script yet. When I do, that'll be the next thing I record. But for right now, I'm sort of waiting for inspiration. At the end of day 29, I took a little bit of a tour around my world. I needed just a couple more sugarcane to grow, and then I would have a full enchanting setup. So things are good. On day 30, I should be able to enchant a diamond pickaxe, hopefully get Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, Fortune 3. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think so. Might be. We'll see. But regardless, I did good work here. You know, I have a couple buildings sort of half done. I need a lot more copper to do some roofs, but I have a good established foot on the ground. I like this. Let's go do the enchants and see what I get. Oh, I just got efficiency 4. it's not the worst outcome. You know, there are worse things you get for early game. Like Silk Touch would not be ideal right now. I love Silk Touch. I'm going to want it later, but for right now, Silk Touch isn't ideal. But just Efficiency 4. Well, look, maybe that'll speed up the search for diamonds on day 31, but regardless, that's not this month. So I think for right now, we're going to call it a day. We did some really good work today. Thank you so much for watching. I want to say a very special thank you to my patrons and my YouTube members. You folks have made everything I do possible and really, really helped my family during a very difficult year and a half for a professional musician. It's been really great, and I owe you, and I love you all very much. World downloads for each monthly installment of the 1 year in Minecraft will be available for supporters, and at the end, after all 12 installments, then I will make a public world download for everybody. So you can see the Inquisitor City in all its glory. That's going to do it for me. Love y'all. We'll see you next time for month number 2.